Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Starfield Signal. Good to see everybody here. Please let me know in the chat if you can hear me, if I'm sounding and looking okay, and let me know how you are doing, where you're coming here from. Just released a video earlier this morning about, I'm going to take my headphones off a little bit so I can just hear myself. I feel like I'm fish and I'm in a barrel when I do that. Anyway, released a video earlier this morning. If you haven't seen that, you can click away, go watch that. It has all the details, the actual news. I gave a little bit of kind of opinion, first reaction to the news that Starfield could be coming to PlayStation. So go and check that out if you're actually like, I'm not going to be pulling up things here, websites or tweets or anything like that, but I did want to get kind of a reaction from you guys, and I thought, I put out a post and community post, and people are putting comments in the video, but I thought I'd just kind of get some live reactions from you guys, and also play a little Starfield. So that sounds fun. Lord Draken, good to see you on here as always from Missouri. Hello from France. Good evening from Norway. Very neat looking starting scene. Thank you. Who's it by, or did you do it yourself? I did. What is this? I got this from the Streamlabs store or whatever. Hypermist is the theme, and of course I kind of customized everything like that you're seeing now and everything on my screen share. But yeah, the music, I forget what the name of the music is, but it's like, something from Audio Jungle or Envato Elements or something like that. It's not something you can just like go and download if you don't have an account to those things. White Mojo, good to see you on here. You said you're a bit concerned about my digital library on Xbox now. that because I prefer their controllers and etc. Why, White Mojo Wolf? Why are you concerned about your digital library? Like, what's the tease that out for me? I could make some assumptions, but to kind of draw that out, what are you feeling right now? Faisar with the super chat. Thank you, sir. Good to see you on the stream, Faisar. As a PS fan, if it's true, I hope Xbox gets a PS game like Death Stranding or Bloodborne. Screw exclusivity. Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad to hear you say that. Have you, Faisar, have you played any Starfield yet? Have you played on PC? Or I know you said you're a PS fan, but do you have an Xbox? Have you played on it? Lord said, I think it's the right move for Xbox. If you can't win the war, try a new tactic to make money. Yeah, I think you make a good point there. And PC 200 hours of Starfield, awesome, Faisar. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. And I think, this shouldn't be a huge surprise. I think it's a surprise because it's Starfield, right? And that was just kind of prompted up to be this big exclusive leg of Xbox that's going to kind of get it to its next phase, not its final phase, but the next stage and evolution of Xbox. And I don't necessarily think that was ever the actual hopes and dreams of what Xbox leadership were hoping for. I remember hearing an interview with Phil Spencer, and he mentioned that I think it was when all the Activision Blizzard deal was kind of up in the air and they weren't real sure yet. And he said something to the effect of, this deal was always meant to kind of be a catalyst or an accelerant, I think is the actual term he used, an accelerant to their new strategy moving forward. But it was never supposed, the Activision Blizzard stuff, but it was never, they were never leaning, they weren't putting all their chips on the table with Activision Blizzard. If the Activision Blizzard deal fell through, they were still moving ahead with their strategy, their plan. And so now that it went through, I have to assume that there's still, maybe if it's not exactly one-to-one the strategy that they were working off of last year at this point, I have to assume that it's still pretty closely related to their already existing strategy. So I don't think, internally speaking, this is me assuming, reading between the lines, but I doubt that this is new to Xbox, but maybe it's a new idea to us, but now we're going to start, we as the public and as the gamers are going to start seeing this new strategy, being executed moving forward. So things like Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, Starfield, maybe Indiana Jones. And so who knows, why Starfield, just now came into the conversation as far as, we know. It could have been that these conversations happened months ago and now they're finally kind of leaking through and being corroborated, so people felt comfortable reporting on them. And so that's interesting to me, thinking back to what Phil said. Maybe this was always the plan. It's just kind of well, we don't know which games exactly yet, or we don't know the timing exactly yet, but it was always the plan to get as much of our content to as many people as possible. That's what they've been saying for 2 or 3 years now. So we shouldn't be surprised. All right, let me catch back up with you guys. White Wolf clarified, I worry they will turn off the servers in a few years like the other services, waiting until they officially speak before. Oh, okay. I see. So your library on Xbox, you're worried that they're not going to continue supporting infrastructure because they're so focused on just kind of pushing out content and developing and kind of being third party. I see. I do agree with them selling third party. Okay. Now Starfield's Metascore will go up. Nice. Yeah, I think that given what I've heard about Xbox's ambition to, think about the Activision Blizzard deal, they also got King, right? Which is huge in the mobile space. And I know a big part of what they've communicated is that they want to try to get a storefront up and running, much like the the App Store or the Google Play Store. And so they want to have their own like Microsoft or Xbox store on mobile, and most likely probably kind of tie that in and shoehorn that in with PC and console. And so if they could get their Microsoft store up and running and have a storefront, much like Ubisoft kind of has their own page, or like EA Games kind of has their own page or their own space on Steam or whatever. I know that's a page is like different than an actual storefront, but I feel like that's the direction they're wanting to go. Gonna say personally, I don't care too much. More games, more platforms, good. Yeah, I do understand people who dedicated their budget to an Xbox, and now it turns out PS will have those games as well. Yeah, I get that. If you just wanted to play, well, let's turn it around. So a few years ago, I bought my first PlayStation 4 Pro, and I bought it specifically for Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Bloodborne. So those are the four that, like, I hear so many great things about all these games. They had already been out for a while. I want to experience them, and that was worth me buying a used that was worth me buying a used PlayStation 4 Pro. I probably eventually would have convinced myself to buy a new one if I couldn't have found a good deal on a used one. And so with the console and the games all together, I don't know, probably $300 or something for all those games, and then the console used. And so yeah, if definitely like a month after that, they would have come to Xbox One, which I think I had at the time, I would have been like, oh man, that sucks. I don't think I would have been like angry at Xbox or PlayStation. I just would have felt like, oh man, this is bad timing. Kind of like when you're in traffic and the second lane next to you is moving faster than the lane you're in, so you get over there, but then the lane you were in starts moving faster. It's like the video game industry version of that. But I don't think I would have been like mad at anybody. Just, oh man, this timing sucks. Yeah, interesting. Sony folks will get a great version of Starfield, since it's believed we get Shattered Space before the PlayStation release. That's many more patches. Yeah, I think, Starfield, it already plays great for me, but you could imagine it's going to play great. The base game, the base code is going to be solid. And PlayStation with its super fast hard drive, just to be able to stream everything, should be able to handle it just fine. At least IGN may give it a better score. Nice. Right, they won't be able to give it the spite reviews. Yeah, exactly. Which, I'm so... I don't think Draco Stigma, I don't think they'll start, or excuse me, I don't think they will stop making Xbox consoles anytime soon. Of course, so kind of what I was leading towards, talking about the storefront idea with with King and publishing and all that. I think they will always want to have I'm not going to say always. I think for now, it's still a good idea for them to have their hardware with their storefront, with and think about it, they also sell a lot of third-party games that are multi-platform, right? So if they get rid of their console, then they're losing 30% of the next Assassin's Creed game that comes out, or the next CD Projekt Red game that comes out. Right, so they already have an infrastructure, they already have an ecosystem built. They're going to want to continue building that up. So I would say, at least for the next console generation, whenever that happens to be, I don't think we're in any danger of never seeing a new Xbox console for right now. The industry changes like the wind, so it is very possible. It's very possible that eventually they could go more towards a cloud-based system as opposed to hardware-based system. And so you could install, on a PC, your Xbox app and play everything from that, just like you would an Xbox Series X, or even just do it through the browser. Or they may even sell, at one point they had a prototype of just a cloud-based system. And so it really didn't, I think it maybe did a little bit of processing on the local side, but it was mostly just a piece of hardware to house the app and run the app. And then all the processing was done on the cloud. And so you think about the cost of developing that, the price point they could sell that at. Think of it's essentially like a glorified version of like a Google Chrome stick. Are those still around? Or an Amazon Fire Stick? So that could be really interesting to see this next console generation. We already know from a lot of the leaked documents that they are very much considering going digital only. And if we're all honest, like, we've seen that coming for a while now in the industry. I would still love the option to like buy a disc, but and kind of have it with me. But at the same time, like, the last few games I've purchased have all been online, have just all been digital download. One, because I have great internet here at my studio, which is a blessing. I know everybody does not have that. And also, like, it was just kind of this selfish thing. Like, I didn't want to go to a store and buy it. I didn't want to spend 30 minutes going to Walmart and buying it. So yeah, if people can do digital only, then I think they'll love it. So while I'm talking, just play a little bit here. So I'm in the middle of Barrett's quest line. So spoiler alert if you don't want to know about Barrett's quest line. It's been pretty chill up to this point, but we're getting there. Let me catch up with you guys. See, Aiden. Good to see you on the stream again, man. Don't really care since I'm playing on PC, but really feel like they could have held out longer. Pushing out to third party kind of feels like they're feeling all the pressure since the launch. I just eventually see Xbox becoming a third party company entirely. And another thing to consider is, we've heard stories about Xbox was or Microsoft was really close to pulling the plug on Xbox after the horrible Xbox One release. Remember? Don Matrick was ousted and Phil Spencer came in and kind of pitched his vision for what Xbox could be. I don't know if that specifically involved Game Pass at that point, but we know that's kind of a big part of their strategy for right now. And so that's not a new conversation within Microsoft. If they were to want to build up Microsoft, or excuse me, if they want to build up Xbox and eventually sell it off, right? That would be crazy. Who would they sell it to? Would they sell it to Nintendo? That would be really interesting. Would they sell it to Sony? Sony would buy it, but I don't think they would be allowed to because of all the regulatory and monopoly rules. So who else is it? Sega? Nintendo owns Sega now.
Look at you, so clean.
I think I have to like steal something from this guy. Anyway, this is Gagarin. Yes, this is just kind of a basic, I think 12 gauge shotgun. Let's see. Exterminators, Grunts, calibrated old Earth shotgun, and it just had some really good damage on it. So I was like, I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm at level 3rd. What level am I at? 32. White Mojo, you got an all digital PS5? Yeah. Yeah, if that's the way that you can buy stuff, then man, that's a great deal. Yeah, absolutely, Shifter. Like at my home, I don't have great internet, and like when I play in the cloud at home, like it's not a great gaming experience at all. Very, very
I
casual.
just need a moment to myself before I go back.
Let's see. Hey, Terrence. Let's see, there's absolutely no reason to own an Xbox if the rumors are true. Why would I have one if I can play all Xbox and PS games on my PS5? Sure. And I think it comes down to like timed exclusivity at that point. And also like, there's not necessarily any news that like Xbox is considering putting all of their games on other consoles, right? So let's see. How do I get... I don't know if this is bugged or if it's like, hey, you got to steal it from them.
What do you need?
Let's see. There's also an apartment up here that I have no lock picking skill. All right. Oh, I do have a skill point. I could... Let's see. Let's see if I could do a little pickpocketing, theft, unlock the ability to pickpocket targets. Oh, just drop down a quick save. Let's try to pickpocket this guy. I have done 0 pickpocketing in this game. So this playthrough, I'm playing. I really wanted to lean into crafting and outpost building, and so that's what I've been doing for like the last week on here. All right. No. I will not. Let's see. Can I fast travel? Just fast travel away? Not gonna let me. Can I fast travel while the guards are pursuing you?
Security, get back here now.
All right.
You're under arrest. No sudden move.
Let's see. 500 credits.
You're coming with us. We'll be taking any contraband and
Since
stolen property.
it's a quest item, I don't know if they're gonna take it. Just want to see. If they do, I may load up that quick save. Digipick removed. Okay. Is that the only thing? I don't have much. Employee exit key. Was that what I needed? Get a pass card. So I think oh, it took me all the way to New Atlantis for that. Oh, that's weird. Okay, yeah, let's interesting. We're just gonna load up that quick save. Jonas said he haven't played Starfield since October personally, but around 80 hours into it though. How has the game lived up to your expectations, and how have you been playing it? I've really been enjoying it. So first I kind of played through really focusing on the tech tree, so like upgrading my ship. I wanted to get into shipbuilding, and what else did I do? And I focused on like commerce and persuasion. That was really fun. Had a blast doing that on my main, and I kind of wonder if I wait somewhere, like will they go somewhere else where I can like steal that from them? Let me just sit down here. This playthrough, I'm playing through as a crafter, outpost builder, kind of trying to dig in and learn those systems. And I continually like find myself surprised by either just a new gameplay loop, or even in my main character. Like for a few days, I just kind of focused on some higher level systems, going into those systems, exploring around those planets, um, looking around for for the local fauna and flora. And I found a lot of new content that I had not encountered at that point. And I was like maybe 300 hours in, something like that, more, I think. Um, so there's a lot of content to this game. Just yesterday, actually, I was walking through Aquila City and I thought, I'm just going to like go in this other direction, and saw tons of things in Aquila City that I had never seen before. Oh, interesting. There.
Haven't seen you in the mines before, you know?
I can like, that girl's still over there. So I'm really enjoying it. It is definitely, it's lived up to my expectations as far as like, am I enjoying it? Yes, I am. The biggest thing that I am, you might say, you could use the term disappointed, but I think that's a strong term. I'm confused mostly. I'm confused as to why they designed the game to be such a fragmented experience, especially when it comes to exploration and curiosity, and like, something kind of pulling you in to go explore something and then being rewarded by that. There's not much of a curiosity reward loop, like there is in Skyrim. I think there is a little bit of a curiosity reward loop in exploration, but it's very long, it's very drawn out, it's very fragmented, and there's much lower of a payout there. I feel like you would have to explore several planets before like you came across some little data pad that maybe had a voice recording in it of someone who was dying of dehydration because his unit was failing and he couldn't get off world, and so he just made a recording for his wife and his son. Like, that was really cool to come across, but those are not common. And I would actually love to invest in maybe writing some more content like that whenever the creation kit comes out, and we can start kind of putting in our own mods. So that sounds fun to me. Hey, Robocon, still playing level 141. Awesome. 1,250 or so hours. Love the channel. Thank you so much. Oh, thanks, Jonas. Yeah, friendly reminder to give the video a like, leave a comment, chat. Thank you. The rumors are true. Gamers on other platforms will still have to buy Xbox first party. They won't get Game Pass. They won't get day and date or membership perks. Just my guess. Yeah, I agree with that. Again, like as I said in my video before, like I don't think you can ever say never in this kind of game, but the Game Pass on Nintendo or Game Pass on PlayStation, that is a lot more crazy things would have to happen before that made sense for Xbox. And I think that would be very, very far in the future if it ever did happen. And Phil Spencer has explicitly stated that that Game Pass is very much a part of Xbox's identity. Let's try this one more time. Nope, can't do that. I want to get rid of this girl over here because she's going to see me. I like... looking to see if I have a silenced weapon. I do not. Do not have one on me. I was just gonna take her out. I usually don't like doing that, but
Hey, give that back.
okay. I'm just gonna have to make a run for it. Come on, Barrett. Worry about paying the toll later.
Stop now!
Don't be. Leave me alone. You come after me, I'm gonna have to come at you with a shotgun. All right, let's see. Will it let me? Doing me. All right, let's just go to the ship.
UC security! Stop right now!
No.
Stop right there! UC security!
Where are you? No.
Or you want to do this the hard way, huh? UC security! Give up! Now!
Hey,
Are you the only?
right?
Oh, Barrett. Well, I'm not gonna kill her then, because you'll get all huffy puffy with me. Oh my gosh. One of the most frustrating things in this game is like just running and then just getting hung up on the tiniest little rock. I'm like, why can't I go the way I want to go? Okay, there's my ship. Can't stop me from taking off. Jonas said fragmented is a good way to put it. That cohesiveness is in the world is put together is a huge part of Bethesda games for me. This is a turn off to find it missing. Yeah, for sure. I get that.
Struts retracting. Let's get out of here. Stay in orbit or jump. Your call.
Oh no.
Surrender now!
You let me land? It. I've screwed myself. Oh. Other way. Yes, that is a huge ship. I'm all about the storage on my ships. And it's not even that like I pick up every little thing. It's just that like I want a few spacesuits to have and a few weapons, and like man, it just adds up so quick. The storage system and the like capacity system definitely need some sort of overhaul. If they implement some sort of like, hey, kind of make your own settings, like with some sort of survival customization option, that will be one of the first things I do. Like turn your storage capacity and carry capacity way up, way up. What kind of character did you make last night, White Mojo? This is kind of my character build out right now. Have research methods ranked up to 4, weapon engineering, spacesuit design. About to do that one too. That is scanning and outpost engineering. that unlocks the ability to like research all the different things, and special projects that unlock some research as well. Planetary habitation, you can add more onto that to be able to build outposts on planets with like extreme environments, extreme temperatures, pressures, corrosive atmospheres, extreme gravity. I don't know if I've encountered a planet with what I would consider extreme gravity yet. I've definitely had some that was close to like, 1.5, and it felt like, golly, I was just couldn't hardly move. But I don't know if that's what they mean by extreme or not. Let's see. Security. All right. I don't remember going here. There's a safe in Irvin's apartment that might have like an access key card to it. Let's see if I can get into it. That might be pickpocketing that fella. Or his computer.
You should check in with Ellie's.
Still too low for expert lock. So even if I upgrade, I just have advanced.
After we visit town hall.
Right. Goes advanced, expert, yeah. Second level. Now I have to several of those. So I may just have to come back to that. I do not want to put time into that right now. I have been, like I said, I have been working on Outpost, so let me go back to my Outpost and I'll kind of show you what I got going on. Set up an outpost on Vessel 3B, which has just a great time dilation thing going on. 1 hour of rest or sleep like on a bed or a cot, 60 hours of mining time. So it really helps. It's overkill for what I need, for sure, but it is helping. Picked a bounty hunter. Oh, cool. Yeah. I'm kind of interested in getting into the combat trees as well. I feel like most of the combat loop is found in, your weapon choices, but like the combat slide and I think the boost pack abilities add a lot to the combat as well. Let's see. Where am I? Okay, I'm way over here. So this is one of my outposts. Have a bunch of, what are these called? Solar domes powering my base. I got a bunch of aluminum, I think, right there, and then some lead down towards the bottom of the hill. Got my launch pad here and a cargo link. A couple of cargo links. Then I got my industrial workbench right here. One thing that I did, I know this isn't like a super new idea, but I think it's fun. So whenever like my storage is full, but I still want to make some more stuff, or just, I'm making some stuff to kind of grind out some XP, I just have these chests here. You see that okay? It's not too dark. I just put down these chests, or not chests, but what are they, buckets? Oh, they're under decorations, actually. And what are they called? Storage bins. So I put down one of these storage bins, and then I just come over and dump, all these adaptive frames in it. And it still lets me store them, even though like all of these storage units are full. They can't hold very much. They hold 47, which is not much at all. So if you see in these bins, I have one of those adaptive frames is actually 2,472 of those. And that one's 15,387. So you can tell I've been hard at work on kind of looking at my outpost and leveling up and kind of taking advantage of some of that. But I thought that was just a clever way to, and they're here. They're persistent. Like I was on Gagarin and came back and they're still here. So that's a good little pro tip for you if you didn't know you could do that. I did try at one point to I wonder if I could take these to other places. And so I tried putting a bin in like the cargo bay of my ship, and hopefully okay, well, when this closes, it'll all just stay there. But it either fell out or it just doesn't register that it's there, and it doesn't keep it in there for you. But yeah, this is my kind of one of my outposts. And that guy over there is running something, probably running aluminum to, or no, it's probably running helium. Yeah, that's right. Because one of these is this one right here is an intergalactic or an inter-system cargo link. And so it needs helium-3 to run. So this cargo link is running helium-3 in, going to there, which is going to my inter-system cargo link. It's taken a while to kind of get used to how outposts work. And it's not super intuitive. Like whenever you describe it to someone, they're like, okay, yeah, just make your links and you're fine. But then it's like whenever you work in power to that, and you have to have so much, helium to power something, and you got to make sure that your storage bins don't fill up. One of the problems I'm having at one of my other outposts is that I have multiple resources coming in, but it will automatically fill up with a solid resource, and then it won't have any room for my helium-3. And so over time, it just won't accept any more helium-3. And then it'll stop. That kind of breaks the chain, breaks the link. Let's actually go check on that system right now. That was in Indum. Over here. It's Indum. There wasn't particularly a strategic reason I chose this spot for kind of my main outpost. I'm probably eventually going to change it. But it was the first planet that I could settle an outpost on, given its temperature and everything, that had what I needed at the time.
Suit is fully engaged, ready for anything.
Use bins as barriers and dump all ore in the huge piles. Oh, that's smart too. Don't even have to put it in the bin, just kind of make a fence with them almost. Yeah, Jonas, I'm the same way. I've never been into outpost building or decorating or customizing my space. That's just usually not a game loop that I get into or enjoy. I feel like I've enjoyed the learning process of this, but if this was the game, if just the outpost building was the game, I would not enjoy that as much. So let's see. Okay. Aha. So what I feared would happen is happening. This is still at 100%, but that's at 18%, and that is at 16%. So probably what has happened, let's see, what's over here? Let's just see. Let's just look at my links here. Oh. But yeah, I have... Okay, I have helium. I have helium. Helium coming into there to power that. And helium should be coming from this guy right here. I know that's copper and argon. I'm mistaken. Helium's coming from here. Got it. Helium and aluminum. And I named it bugged, ? Because when I went back there at one point where I had a bunch of helium extractors, there was no helium vein anymore. Like there was just nothing underneath the surface. But it was still mining out helium. So that's why I thought, well, maybe this is bugged. And so what I'm guessing is that this incoming storage bin has filled up with aluminum and it cannot receive any more helium. Aluminum 600. That is exactly what has happened. And so I need to just disconnect the aluminum coming from that base and just have it kind of store it there. That way it's only sending helium. That way this never gets filled up with anything but helium. So that will always have plenty. My inter-system cargo link will always have plenty of helium. Let's see. Can I see how much you're running at right now? 0 out of 5. Yeah. So this guy is not running. So since I took that aluminum, it'll start delivering aluminum and helium, but I need to break the aluminum chain. So little things like that are kind of beginner mistakes that like I'm kind of figuring out as I go. But it's never like, it never tells you like, hey, you're running out of helium because you keep filling up your cargo link with aluminum. Like I had to kind of figure that out through a bunch of research. I don't necessarily need aluminum on this place. I was just playing around with like making it my main base and sending everything here, but I don't have it set up for that. I don't have enough cargo links yet to kind of get everything here and send it to where it needs to go without it getting stopped up like that. So one is my aluminum. This one, that is iron. That's copper. Here's aluminum. So just going to drop this in here real quick. X for drop. Drop all of it. Goes right down there. This falls out. If you're on a console controller, just hold A, grab it, and then press A again. Drop it in. Easy peasy. And all that should be filled with aluminum. Yep. And I could build more storage, just I'm not ready to like organize all that. So I'm not doing it. Not doing it just yet. All right. Let's find... I think this is... Or is this my argon? No, that's my argon and copper. Helium. Right here. Helium alum bugged? Question mark. I'm Ron Burgundy. Storage needs better filters. Yes. Yeah, if you could go into each storage bin and kind of set some parameters like, hey, only accept this much of aluminum, only accept this much of helium. That way it would never fill up with one over the other. So let's outpost here and toggle view and let's see. So we have all my helium. Oh yeah, this is the one that was bugged. See, usually you can. So I have my scanner open. There's nothing under these guys. Nothing under here. But it's still working. And it's still extracting aluminum. 192. Same thing with the hydro. So let me just take, let's see which one I want to take from. I'm going to take from this one. So 203 aluminum. There's no, it's not registering any kind of vein under here. But I guess because I already placed them down, it's saying, okay, these are mining aluminum. And then this guy says no helium in there. Ooh, it says no helium in there too. So I wonder, is that because it just sent all the helium over here, or are they just not? Okay, 60. That was not full though. Yeah, okay, so it's still receiving it from somewhere. Nothing is stored in here, though. So that means there's plenty of storage space in the container. Hey, this one has 60 in it. Why do you have 60?
You're carrying a lot. Do you want to take a moment to shuffle things around?
No, Barrett, I don't. Leave me alone. All right, wait. So here, you barely see it just for a second, yeah. So here is aluminum. Oh, yeah, that's right. It switched the aluminum to where the hydrogen was. You see that? And then it totally took away the aluminum. And so, just to show that I'm not crazy, like, it will not let you build an extractor if you're not on a vein. And I built these, so there was a vein there. I'm not crazy. Isn't that wild? Has anybody else had a glitch or a bug like that? But yeah, so this one's bugged. So eventually I'll probably just find a new place to build an outpost and like reset this. But again, like I'm not dealing with that right now. Now all of these still seem to be working. Like they're powered up. Right? That guy's moving. That guy's moving. That guy's moving. Is that one? Yeah, that one's moving. So they're all still mining. Yeah. It kind of, so it's, yeah, this outpost building system, it's deep at the same time, like there's lots of just little finicky things with it. How much is that going to put you at? 123 in there. That's at 83%. Awesome. It won't even let me see like what my, it says production is 0.83 per minute. I'm not sure if that's aluminum or helium. Aluminum's stacking up pretty good. Let me go back to... Yeah, this is the one I took it from earlier, so it has already produced 3 aluminum since I took it earlier. All right. Barrett, move out of my way, bro. There we go. Cool. Let's see. What do I have in there? 400 aluminum in there. Yes, so what was I saying? Okay. I came here to cut off my aluminum shipping. Let's do that real quick. So right now we have aluminum going there, hydrogen coming into there, both going into my transfer container, then all of that going to the outgoing. So we need to break the link with the solid storage coming from aluminum. I'm going to highlight over that link and hold X to delete. Now it will not send any more aluminum over there. Now what I want to do, just like kind of clear out all the aluminum from.
You're going to wear yourself out if you carry all this stuff.
And then I want to make sure there's none in the outgoing container for the next one. Hey, Seth. It would be interesting to see if pirates raided or tried to raid your bases. You know, I had my first encounter with them kind of just before I started the stream. First and only time I'd ever had pirates raid my base. I'm not sure of why that was like prompted in the game. I don't have the wanted trait on this character. It's possible they were just kind of running a routine scouting around the planet and came upon my base. It was my aluminum and iron base, so there wasn't anything crazy expensive there or valuable. But yeah, that was the first for sure. I was like, oh, I guess they do this. That's why you need defenses. Awesome. Nice drop. Okay, so now that is fixed. Let's go back to our other base and see if we fix the issue. They did not succeed. Awesome. Remind me who Larry Dombrovsky is.
Hey, you might want this.
I forget that reference. All right, let's see. All right, hey, this is looking good. Hydrogen levels are way up. Look at that. Perfect. Fix the link, fix the problem. Save the cheerleaders, save the world. Anyone? Anyone? Okay. The Gal Bank dude on the yacht. Oh, man. I forgot about that guy. Yeah, he was a... Thank you, Jonas. Yeah, Larry Dombrovsky, he was a dirtbag. All right. Lord Draken got it, too. Good. Glad I'm not the only one. Man, that first season of... Let's just go off on a tangent real quick. That first season of Heroes was so good. It was so good. It was such... like, that was even before, like, the MCU took off. It was so good. It was so new. It was so fresh. The acting was great. The writing was phenomenal. The premise was great. TV was just like, it's such a great point then. And then the writer's strike happened. That very first one in 2008. No. I'm thinking of the financial crisis. The writer's strike was before that, maybe like 2006, 2005 or 6. There is only one season. Right. Yeah. And that was like right around the time where Lost came out too, because I remember like all of my friends were big Lost fans, or maybe like Lost was in its, whatever season. But I was all about Heroes. So I was like, I don't care about Lost. I want to watch Heroes. And I eventually became a big Lost fan too, but yeah, Heroes was fantastic. Okay. So we got that. Got that done. That might be a fun little, take some inspiration from the Heroes story and put it into a Starfield mod. Wouldn't that be cool? You just go around, a bunch of environmental storytelling, just a bunch of people's heads sliced open. That would be really cool. May have to connect with some modding teams to make that happen. All right. Well, I think that is it for my stream today. But thank you guys for hanging out. Good to see everybody not going crazy over the Starfield PS5 news. And again, these are all just plans, things they're talking about, discussing. But if those seem to come to fruition, then we should receive some sort of statement, some sort of update later this month in February. So I'll be definitely kind of being on the lookout for that. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for chilling and hanging out with me for a little bit during the middle of your day. And for now, may you find wonder as you journey through the stars. Enjoy it out there, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.